I'm a partner at Fillmore, which is one of the largest firms in the province of Manitoba. And while I'm officially a litigator, my practice really consists primarily of regulatory work, meaning environmental work and energy regulation. I came to get a law degree after obtaining an engineering degree. And engineering is a very black and white discipline, which really breeds the attitude that if you just look hard enough, you can find a right answer. So going to law school was somewhat of a culture shock because the law rarely has a right answer, just different levels of ambiguity. And I loved the regulatory work because it's almost a technical discipline where you have an opportunity to immerse yourself in the process, guide clients through a complex maze, and because it's an ongoing process, you aim for gradual improvement. And while you can never quite remove the ambiguity, what you can do is manage it successfully for your clients. I've always done environmental work, but I was quite lucky that in my third year of practice, I was working with a senior partner in the area of energy law, and I knew absolutely nothing about it. But I just started to immerse myself, read as much as I possibly could, and ended up really loving it because it engages the whole brain. To practice in that type of area, you need to understand the technical aspects. You need to be able to work with engineers, accountants, technical advisors. You need to understand the regulatory process. And you can't ever be siloed into one specific area. So while that makes it difficult, it really means I've never had a boring day in about 8 years of practice. When clients are hiring a lawyer, they're usually not looking for somebody to just tell them what the law is. They're really looking for one of two things. They're either looking for peace of mind. That means they've got certain risks, which they can live with as long as they can quantify them and as long as they can manage them. And they're looking for you to help them with that process. Alternatively, they know what they want to accomplish, but they're facing a regulatory maze and they don't quite know what to make of it. So they're looking for somebody to provide the direction to them and clear a path for them to actually realize their goals. And those two issues are what I try to bring to the table every single time. I try to give them the peace of mind or actually assist them in realizing what they want to realize. The single most valuable piece of advice that I received was from a senior colleague of mine named Bob Peters, who was actually never officially my mentor, but he might as well have been. And that's that knowing and applying the law isn't enough. As a lawyer, to be effective, you also need to understand project management. That means being able to source a team, being able to look at the whole picture from start to finish, being able to manage the timeline, being able to clearly and effectively communicate with people and see the process through even when you're being thrown curveballs. And what I've realized after about 8 years of practice is once you know how to do that, applying the actual law is almost the easy part. I've done a broad range of volunteer work. I've handled some cases pro bono, but what I also try to do is just immerse myself in the community. I didn't grow up in Canada. I'm an immigrant from Germany. I came here about 15 years ago, and this country, frankly, welcomed me with open arms. I'm part of a small shoestring budget German daycare in Winnipeg that I'm handling the legal work for on a pro bono basis. And frankly, I've spent many a Saturday morning in the basement there cleaning toys or assisting with furniture set up, again, as part of building that community. I've also tried to educate all the time, especially in the regulatory world, which is quite complex. I've had an opportunity and the privilege to sit on the board of an industry association for about 3 years and actually run the legislation and regulation committee. That gave me a chance to not just inform people as to what the law is, but also be at the table when there were government consultations as to propose changes. And that is a great opportunity to be in because it gives you an opportunity to actually influence the decision making as opposed to just face it after the fact.